Everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be trying out a new Ubuntu release that just came out. I made a community poll on this channel on which video should I make, as this video will be a community choice where people from my community will choose a video. Every once in a while I will do this. So currently I'm on Nyarch. I have done this video right before the previous one got 10 likes. And while I was flashing the Ubuntu ISO, it got 10 likes. So I'm gonna game on this for after the Ubuntu video, just to make sure. So here I got a Ubuntu USB flash drive, and I'm just gonna, stick it in here. Labrat. As you could hear a click. You could go to, we're gonna go to the files, and it's right here. Ubuntu 25.04. This is the latest Ubuntu version, also known as Plucky Puffin. Without further ado, let's get into the live environment. Here is the Ubuntu boot animation, Ubuntu 25.04. Only this is what I'm seeing. To get into the Ubuntu live environment. And after we install it, we're gonna find out all the new features they've added to their updated GNOME desktop environment and to the distro itself. I'll be with you in a moment, as it's taking a while to boot up. Okay, so I came back to this error. Device descriptor read error minus 32. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reboot in the safe graphics mode. Pretend that it's misery. Start it up again. Ubuntu safe graphics. And we're gonna wait to go into the live environment. Let's go. We're in. We are in the setup. So the solution to this problem was just swapping it to another USB port. Now really the safe graphics. I just realized it now. Now we're gonna click English, obviously, because this is an English channel. And so I don't know what's taking Ubuntu so long. We got a lot of apps. I'll check these out later. Accessibility, don't have any. Select keyboard layout. Let's connect to the internet. I'll do a little time skip to connecting to the internet. Be right back. Okay, what do you want to do with Ubuntu? Install it, obviously. How would you like to install it? So here, if you have a auto install YAML, you can choose this job option, but I don't have it, so I'm just gonna choose a interactive installation. What apps would you like to start with? Select the default or the bloated or super bloated. I think I'm gonna take the default one. I want my computer to not overheat. Run this. Install. Okay, it's taking a while. a little too long. So let me just tell you about Ubuntu for the few ones that haven't heard about this distro. Ubuntu is a Debian-based distro. I'm going to erase the disk. Ubuntu is a Debian-based distro. It was made back in the time around 2004. This distro was made, but it is the coolest one. No, wait, not exactly the coolest, but I just said that. Back in the time, it was really the coolest distro you could use. Now they pumped it up with snaps, forcing you to use snaps. Anything you do to use snaps. I actually use on Ubuntu, but I desnapped it, just regular Ubuntu. I desnapped it, Ubuntu, which is basically just Ubuntu, but with education themes. And so what else to say about this distro? It has a few new features, which I'm gonna be checking them out after the installation. So currently we're gonna put our stuff. Computer name, Stetch, Labrat. Password, definitely not Stetch. And password, definitely not Stetch. Okay, it will take a while. You gotta be patient. Anyways, regardless with all this snap nonsense, Ubuntu had a pretty big impact across the Linux world, making it more accessible to new users and making it really popular in the first place. That's just my opinion. Mainly beginner-friendly distros made Linux pretty popular in the first place. And that is thanks to our snap-loving distro. So anyways, we're gonna be back after the installation finishes, because I just can't yap all the time about this distro while it's installing, so I'm just gonna do a little time skip. We're back in the login screen. Here we are, Stetch. We're gonna click and password. Definitely not Stetch. There we are, the desktop. As you can see here, the wallpaper is a Puffin now. Puffin. Welcome to Ubuntu 25.04. Ubuntu. No, I do not want I don't want you to take my data, Canonical. Okay, next, finish. We're here, Ubuntu. We got the Puffin. We got a few apps. We got document viewer, which said to be changed. This is now the new default PDF viewer. Now, let's first check out the backgrounds. What backgrounds did these guys put on Ubuntu? The dark theme, because I like my eyes, and it looks okay, I guess. Okay, let's see the wallpapers. First up, we got this orange. Up next, we got mountains. Just some mountains and some forests. Over here, the Aurora Borealis. Really nice. Next, we got just a Puffin. Look at that guy. Another Puffin. Look at this guy. These are the same. These are just the default one. This is the same mounted wallpaper. And lastly, it's the Ubuntu logo. Pretty mad wallpapers after all. Next, we will see if anything changed. They added something in the sound. Now you can put a startup sound. Obviously, won't be able to hear it until next time when we reboot it. But I can assure you, it sounds like the old Ubuntu startup sound. Okay. There's the automatic suspend on power. It will suspend if they're not using it, but it's pretty much useless because LabRat doesn't even have a battery of its own. It relies on a cable to stand straight. Okay, we got a hot corner. We got the hot corner, which shows up our activities. Obviously, that was in the previous versions as well. Not really. These are all in the previous versions. Appearance, we checked that out. Ubuntu desktop. We got the styling. These are all the same as other Ubuntu versions. The apps. For the default, got notifications. I can see that they changed a little bit of the icons. Like here's Sysprof has an icon. The icons are made to look a little more nicer. Document viewer changed up a bit. Whereas the icons are just the same. We're good to okay. Online accounts. Now currently nothing is having well with their screen time. Very screen time. Just like what I think Apple devices. And let's just see what happens. Okay, a minute. It's time to stop. it just grays out the entire screen. It's just saying, oops, I had dropped a bit. This booth is super unstable. But anyways, it said that the screen time limit reached time to stop using this device. So now we could turn off the screen time. Turn off the screen time. Cool. Eyesight reminders. Reminders to look away from the screen. Okay, so we got some nice new reminders to move around. Every 5 minutes to 30 minutes. Okay. Duration for 5 minutes and interval 30 minutes. Play sound when a break ends. Interesting. So we got the mouse and touchpad. See if that changed anything. Not really. Keyboard. Not really. Color management with built-in screen. Rivers will turn it off. No. Okay, so we got printers. Yeah, it's just adding a printer. I don't know why I clicked this. Okay, this is accessibility menu. Privacy and security. Automatic screen. Control access to your location. It's off. I don't want a canonical spying on me and then force feeding me snaps. Okay, we have some device security. Connectivity checking. Detect connection issues. Diagnostic. Send your error reports to canonical. Never. I don't want you to look up what I do to snaps. Okay, we got the file history. To notes may find app files you might not want to use. Automatically empty the trash and delete the temporary files. It'll be interesting. Okay, now let's get onto the system. Okay, on the system. Here we go. Ubuntu 25.04. Now, I'm not sure what else they've added into this. because it feels the same with regular Ubuntu. There is a security center. Guess we'll play around with some of the apps. Acquire apps to ask for system permissions. Yes, I want them to ask. The slightest movement I do near this, my camera is gonna fall. Actually, just my phone, because I'm using my phone to record. So we're just gonna type my password. Let me type my password. Really might take a few seconds. Okay, this is experimental. Okay. They revamped some icons here. Got a text editor, characters. They added sounds to this thing. Pretty interesting. Now it's time for the fun part. A terminal. Sudo apt. If you say this is a Bruno Mars song, I'm coming to your house. I promise. Okay. And this is if you say this is from a Bruno Mars song, I am coming to your house. Okay. Neofetch. Typing in the password. We try again. Oh, I forgot. I use my app. Oh, I wrote a sudo apt neofetch. Smartest sketch video. Okay, we're gonna have to press Y. It's downloading. It's downloading my neofetch. Soon I'll be a true Linux user. Spamming the neofetch. Now, what do I think of this so far? It is pretty stable, to say the least. Got so many interesting things to do. Image magic just showed up. Okay. Yeah, because it's literally in the dependencies. Image magic is literally in the dependencies for neofetch. I think this is why it's showing up. And so, okay, now it's time to type in neofetch. There we go. Ubuntu 25.04. Now I'm gonna take this is perfect to take a screenshot and post it on Reddit. Am I right? Okay, now we're going to. This looks like a nice looking tablet interface. This looks good for tablets, to be fair, the GNOME theme. And desktops. And then I cannot say desktops as well. Software updater. It checks if you got a new Ubuntu version. This is the latest Ubuntu version. So yeah, the software on this computer is up to date. And yeah, because I think I've chosen the deep loaded version. Let's see what sysprof does. Wow. You can record it to memory. Application. Command line. Dbus. Wow. It's really interesting. There are settings I probably won't use. And so we got disks. Just playing around with Ubuntu for a bit. Yeah, this is the main Ubuntu partition. I don't know if I'm wasting time or just doing random stuff, because that's all I kind of found with Ubuntu. The new wallpapers, some nice looking features, such as the Wellbeing section, which I did not see in older Ubuntu versions, which is very new. This thing I did not see in older Ubuntu versions. there's the night light. They've added a night light. Color temperature. It will dim the light. Or you can make it like normal. Or make it look like this. This can help prevent eye strain and sleeplessness. Okay. Then we got the Bluetooth. Okay, my TV is detected. And that was kind of it. That was the entire review. Now, what do I have to say about Ubuntu as a whole? It is a pretty solid distro to choose. I don't hate you immediately for using it. But I just don't like this thing. I just don't like snaps. Even though I use Ubuntu myself, I don't like snaps. Wait a minute. T remove. Wait. I didn't finish this review actually. Because there's still one thing to do. Removing snaps. I don't need that garbage. Okay. Wow. It had a lot of volumes. Anyways, how am I gonna give Ubuntu? I'll give Ubuntu a 7 out of 10. It's a pretty solid distro. You can do what you want with it, just like any other Linux distro. I like the GNOME UI. It just feels really nice and really modern, to be fair. Even though my favorite desktop environment gotta be KDE. Cinnamon and XFC, these are kind of my favorite desktop environments, but I don't hate GNOME. It's also a good desktop environment. It's a good choice. Now, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you maybe in the Nyarch video. The Nyarch gaming video. Thank you and goodbye.